And he just became a father. So I got 2 grandchildren now.
Wow, congrats.
Yeah, I got 2 granddaughters. I got a grandson on the way.
Wow.
King's about to have a son.
King's about to have a son. Congrats.
Yeah. And I told him I'm gonna make this the greatest gangster of all times. I will raise this child to be you the way that you did me. I promise you, there will be an indictment in this young one.
So I got a baby daddy who is a celebrity. Found out a little late. I didn't know at first. And I was hoping that he would help me. I'm asking you right now, can you help me, please? Can you help me to turn over a new leaf? Not to say I can't go and do OnlyFans, but I would like to do something else now with my life. I would like to take the time out to really heal and, focus on what's best for me.
The streets are going wild with talk about the drama blowing up inside T.I.'s family, and honestly, it's messier than a reality TV plot. Word is, T.I. made some power moves behind the scenes and had a hospital run a secret DNA test on Big Nana's baby without telling a soul. When those results came in, he didn't waste a second before pulling King Harris aside. The papers said it loud and clear, that baby wasn't King's, and T.I. hit him with straight I told you so energy, reminding King that from the very start, he warned him about Big Nana's intentions. This wasn't some random move either. Months ago, I had already set off alarms when he slid into that Hot 107 interview and dropped hints that King was expecting a baby. Fans could hear the shade in his voice, and they weren't wrong to suspect something was off. People thought at first I was just disappointed because King is still young, always flexing that tough guy image, maybe not ready to step into fatherhood. But nah, the tea goes way deeper than that. Big Nana is older than King, and the whispers around that age gap had everybody side-eyeing the situation, saying it didn't sit right behind closed doors. Sources close to the family say I tried to school King early on. He straight up told him Big Nana might just be chasing clout, looking for the bag. And T.I. would know, after 2 decades in the game, he's a pro at spotting when someone's trying to finesse their way into fame and money. But King wasn't trying to hear it. He was too wrapped up in the hype of dating an older woman, thinking locking her down somehow proved his manhood. Fast forward a few months and boom, Big Nana shows up pregnant and I was fuming. Insiders say he wasn't just mad, he was straight up disappointed that King ignored all his warnings and dropped his guard. But King, he was out here trying to flex like he was built for the real dad life, brushing off everything his pops told him like he had it all figured out. That father-son tension ain't new though. Remember when King went live after that big game altercation, yelling, "I stand on business," trying to play the gangster role? I had to step in and tell him to cool it before he embarrassed not just himself, but the entire Harris family. But King wasn't having it. He clapped back, accusing T.I. of being a fake dad, saying he only puts on that good father act for the cameras while being absent behind closed doors. King even went as far as saying, I left him struggling in the hood. But when reporters looked into it, the story didn't quite add up. Yeah, King did grow up around his grandma in the hood, but let's keep it real. T.I. and Tiny are loaded. King wasn't exactly living like the average kid around him. He had access to stuff others could only dream of. Still, King insists no amount of money or flashy gifts could make up for what he felt was missing. Real emotional support from his dad. In one video, he spilled that the only real time he got with I was while filming Family Hustle. The second those cameras cut off, I would bounce. So when this whole Big Nana pregnancy scandal popped off, King wasn't about to just fall in line and take his dad's advice. Not after years of feeling unheard. Instead of listening to his dad, King ran straight back to Big Nana and told her everything T.I. had warned him about. And that's when the tables turned. Word is, Big Nana started flipping that info on him, using it to tighten her grip and pull him even further away from his family. The control got so deep that insiders claim King stopped picking up his parents' calls altogether. And that's exactly why T.I. and Tiny were nowhere to be found at the baby shower. And that absence spoke volumes. For a family that's built their brand on cameras, reality shows, and putting their business out there, the silence was louder than any statement. But I wasn't about to just sit back and watch someone finesse his son. Allegedly, he reached out to Big Nana directly and made it crystal clear. She wasn't sliding her way into the Harris bank account. He let her know flat out he wasn't footing the bill for her or her baby. Then he played his trump card, getting that DNA test done behind King's back. When those results came back negative, the whole fantasy came crashing down. T.I. pulled out the receipts and hit King with the truth. And that's when King broke down, reportedly in tears, realizing the woman he thought was carrying his child had been running game on him from day one. And in that raw moment, T.I. didn't sugarcoat anything. He told his son point blank that he'd done everything possible to shield him. But now it was on King to step up, face the truth, and cut Big Nana loose for good. What started as a love story turned into a brutal life lesson about manipulation, heartbreak, and finding out the hard way who's really riding for you. This whole saga between King Harris and Big Nana ain't just some small family dispute. It's a full-blown example of how messy things get when fame, money, and love all collide. Once you mix big bank accounts with a big last name, the drama writes itself like a never-ending reality series. The rap game has been drenched in baby mama drama for decades, and King's situation is just the latest episode in that soap opera. Truth is, when you're rich, famous, and tied to a powerhouse family, there's always someone watching, hoping to secure their spot by locking you down with a baby. History proves it. Look at how many rappers have been caught up in wild paternity scandals. Take Future, for example. The man could practically launch a reality show just off DNA tests alone. Woman after woman has stepped forward saying he was their baby's dad, some even dragging him to court just to lock in that child support bag. Future has admitted himself that he feels like a walking target, with women trying to cash in on his fame. And while a few of those claims turned out legit, others had fans questioning. Was Future just reckless, or was he the one being hustled? And it's not just him. Even the biggest in the game couldn't escape it. Drake, at the height of his career, got hit with the Sophie Brousseau situation. When she revealed she was pregnant, Drake kept it quiet, staying low and letting people think she was chasing clout. Fans speculated for months, not knowing if it was real or another money grab. But when the DNA test confirmed little Adonis was his, everything changed. Drake had no choice but to step into fatherhood full throttle. And let's be real, he flipped it. Now he proudly reps his son everywhere, turning what started as scandal into a redemption story of fatherhood done right. But even with Drake, that whole Sophie situation had fans questioning her motives at first. Was she really in love, or was she just eyeing the financial security that comes with being tied to one of the most famous rappers on the planet? That doubt alone shows how messy this game can get. And Offset, his story is another wild reminder. Before he locked it down with Cardi B, he had his own mountain of baby mama drama. One woman allegedly even went as far as faking evidence to try and trap him into paying child support. That whole case eventually crumbled, but it proved just how far some people will go just to grab a piece of a superstar's pie. And the chaos didn't end there. Offset's own cheating scandals and roller coaster marriage with Cardi only kept that spotlight on him. It's no wonder baby mama mess has stayed a permanent part of his public image. And now with Cardi recently calling it quits on him again, fans can't help but connect the dots, wondering if all that old baggage just kept creeping back. Then you've got Chief Keef, the Chicago drill pioneer, who was drowning in so many paternity suits he might as well have kept a lawyer on speed dial just for DNA tests. Some cases turned out to be real, but plenty had people asking the same question. Were these women truly carrying his kids, or were they just trying to cash in on his fame during his peak years? And we can't skip over Jay-Z's chapter in all this. Back in the day, the streets were buzzing with rumors that Hav had a secret child hidden away somewhere. No proof ever surfaced, no receipts, nothing solid, but that didn't stop people from running wild with the story and branding him as yet another rapper caught up in baby drama. Fast forward to more recent years, and Lil Baby got himself dragged into a storm straight out of the same playbook. An OnlyFans model named Story, real name Jazree, popped up online claiming Lil Baby was the father of her 3-year-old daughter, and she didn't keep it quiet either. She blasted it across Instagram, posting captions practically begging him to step up. Her exact words, "Lil Baby, can you please help me and your daughter? This is not the route I want to go, but I need your help. God told me this morning to let go of my pride and just ask for help." Heavy stuff, right? But here's where it got even more suspect. She didn't stop at IG, she doubled down and dropped her full story on YouTube, turning her personal tea into clicks, views, and a whole new wave of attention. Fans instantly started side-eyeing her moves, asking the real question. Was this about her daughter, or was it about her bag and some viral shine? The internet, of course, wasted no time digging deeper into Story's background, and what they found only raised more eyebrows. She admitted she's got other kids, but doesn't even have custody of them. That had folks saying out loud, is this really about her child's well-being or just her own financial situation? She even went as far as posting side-by-side pics of her daughter and Lil Baby, swearing the resemblance was undeniable. But let's keep it real, a few similar features don't equal proof. Social media receipts don't hold weight like DNA results do. If she's serious, the courts and a paternity test are right there waiting. But instead, she's leaning into the spotlight, and the whole internet is calling it what it looks like: clout chasing. What makes this whole situation even wilder is that Story already has a reputation for chasing cameras anywhere she can. She's been spotted on those outrageous YouTube dating shows where people pull the craziest antics just to rack up views. She's even popped up in videos with Charleston White and Lil Woody, two names that live off stirring controversy and chaos online. So it's no surprise folks are questioning her motives heavy. Meanwhile, Lil Baby has stayed stone silent. No posts, no clapbacks, nothing. And honestly, that's not shocking. He's not the type to get messy online. Most likely, he's letting his lawyers deal with everything behind the scenes. But whether he's really the father or not, the drama has already blown up into a circus, and the internet is eating it up like popcorn. And here's where it all loops back to King Harris and Big Nana. The same old pattern keeps repeating: young rappers or celebrity kids getting targeted, manipulated, and dragged into life-changing mess. T.I. saw this storm from a mile away because he's watched other rappers go through it over and over again. He wasn't about to let his own son get tied down to a lifetime of obligations that weren't even real. That DNA test, that was his insurance policy, his way of protecting King from ending up stuck in years of stress, lawsuits, and financial drama that would have haunted him long after the cameras stopped rolling. Whether people think T.I. crossed the line or not, the move saved King from a future full of unnecessary chaos. The truth about the rap game is this: scandals like these aren't just private matters anymore. They're baked into the culture. Fans thrive off the drama, and every messy detail turns into content, whether the rappers want it or not. King Harris's situation just proved once again how quickly personal choices can spiral when the spotlight's always watching. But this whole saga also shines a light on that timeless battle: young rappers desperate to prove themselves versus the OGs who've already survived the game and know every trap waiting in the shadows. T.I. wasn't just flexing as some overprotective dad. He was pulling from decades of hard-earned experience, spotting the setup long before King could see it. That's why he didn't waste a second checking Big Nana directly, letting her know loud and clear she wasn't about to hustle her way into the Harris legacy. And by doing that, T.I. didn't just shield his own son, he set a blueprint for the whole rap industry on how to handle situations when manipulation, money, and fame collide. Look deeper, and King's story ain't just baby mama drama. It's about identity, respect, and the heavy pressure that comes with being the child of a legend. King has been fighting to prove he's his own man, whether through his music, his public beefs, or those wild live streams where he refuses to back down. But when your last name is Harris, every single move gets magnified under a microscope. His viral "I stand on business" rant might have entertained fans, but it also cracked open just how shaky his bond with his father really is. And T.I., he didn't hold back either. He called King out publicly, saying straight up that his behavior was embarrassing the family. Fans might have laughed at the back and forth, but behind the memes was a raw picture of a father and son wrestling with love, pride, and respect, all in front of the world. Then Big Nana slid into the mix, and suddenly this wasn't just a family drama anymore. It turned into a headline. And let's be real, King's situation is just one chapter in a story that keeps repeating itself in the rap game. The history of hip-hop is stacked with rappers whose careers got tangled up in personal drama, and the results have been brutal. We've seen artists lose focus, get dragged through endless court cases, and even end up broke because of messy relationships that spiraled out of control. Just look at the track record. Future's non-stop child support battles, Drake's unexpected leap into fatherhood, Offset's near-career-shaking scandals, and Chief Keef's legal headaches. All of it proves one thing: when love and money collide, the stakes are sky high. Some rappers bounce back, flip the script, and take control of their narrative, but others, they drown in it. And that's the path T.I. refuses to let his son walk down. His moves weren't just about control, they were about survival in an industry that eats you alive if you're not careful. And let's be real, clout culture makes everything even messier now. Back in the day, drama like this might have stayed hidden behind closed doors. But today, every fight, every scandal, every baby mama claim gets broadcasted on Instagram Live or uploaded straight to YouTube for clicks and clout. Big Nana had King so wrapped up that he was ignoring his own family, while Story, the woman tied to Lil Baby, flipped her personal life into online content like it was a business. At the end of the day, it's all about attention. And when money and fame get thrown in the mix, the truth almost always gets buried under the noise. For rappers, and especially their kids, navigating this world means figuring out fast who's genuine and who's just trying to use them for a come-up. King Harris just learned that lesson the hard way. He found out the baby wasn't his, got confronted with cold receipts from his father, and now has to face the harsh reality of walking away from a relationship that nearly cost him his reputation. It's heartbreaking, but it's also necessary. And for T.I., this is what fatherhood really looks like behind the lights, music, and cameras. Protecting your child even when they don't see the danger staring them in the face. Fans are split on this one. Some say T.I. came down too hard, while others believe he did exactly what a father's supposed to do. But one thing's undeniable. His move saved King from a lifetime of heartbreak and unnecessary baggage. The rap game stays messy, and these paternity scandals, clout-chasing hookups, and messy relationships keep it spinning like a soap opera, where the prize is always money, pride, and legacy. And the truth is, it doesn't matter if you're a global superstar like Drake or still grinding to build your name like King Harris. Nobody's safe from it. What makes the difference is how you handle the storm. Do you fold under the pressure and let the drama define you, or do you flip it, learn from it, and come back stronger than ever? For King, this is just one chapter, but it's a chapter that's going to shape the man he becomes moving forward. If he takes the lesson to heart, he might finally carve his own lane and step out from under the chaos that keeps pulling him back. But if he doesn't, the industry is ruthless, ready to chew him up and spit him out just like it's done to countless others before him. So now the real question is, did T.I. save his son by stepping in, or should he have let King crash and burn so he could learn the hard way? One thing's for sure. This whole saga proves that fame don't shield you from heartbreak, lies, or manipulation. It just puts your pain on blast for the whole world to watch like it's a reality show. And in hip-hop, nothing stays private for long. Every move, every slip-up, every scandal gets turned into headlines, memes, and non-stop chatter online. The spotlight never blinks, and that means everybody's watching to see who survives the storm and who gets swallowed by it. Now it's your turn to weigh in. Was T.I. right for stepping in, or should King have been left to learn the hard way? Drop your thoughts in the comments, smash that like button, share this video with your people, and don't forget to hit subscribe so you don't miss the next chapter in this wild ride. Trust me, the next drop is gonna be even crazier. See you on the next one. Fire.